Hello everyone, this is Adi from tarotforlifecoaching.com. I'm going to do a monthly reading for Gemini for the month of March 2017. So it's for Gemini for March 2017. And I'm using the Tarot of the Old Path today. I'm going to combine it with some oracle cards as well, as I usually do. So let's see, Gemini, what's out there for you this month. So it's a general reading. It's not going to play out exactly the same for everybody, of course. So let's see. We're going to do an angel card, just to give that extra depth to the reading. Make sure you see the cards. And this month I'm going to use the soul singing cards, oracle cards, just to give that extra little bit of energy for all of us. A beautiful bright card set. Okay, so let's have a look. Your overall energy for the month is Six of Pentacles. Let's have a look how that fits in with the rest of the reading. So we're starting with the Lone Man in reverse. Then we move to the Ten of Swords. And then we have Six of Cauldrons. Cauldrons, other word for cups in this deck. King of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Three of Cauldrons in reverse. Then we have the Ten of Cauldrons, beautiful. You've got a lot of cups and Karma in reverse. Also known as Judgment in other decks. So let's have a look, Gemini, how it all works out for you this month. Just a general sense of the energy. So we've got the Hangman, or the Lone Man in this card deck in reverse. The Hangman or the Lone Man is very much about taking time out and concentrating on your inner spiritual well-being, being totally connected with your inner guidance, conquering your limitations, because you know it's not easy to hang on one leg on a tree. This chap is doing it with a sense of joy. There's a sense of joy. There is not a negativity there, but it's in reverse for you. And it tells me that you probably have been a little bit over involved in life, if I want to call it that in general terms, because it is connected with the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords just shows me that you have been in some sort of mental battle. It's an inner job. The swords are very much about thought patterns and anxieties, worries, concerns about life, the future. Could be a lot of things, but I feel like you've had a lot on your mind. And so it's the opposite of the Lone Man in upright position, because if the Lone Man would have been in upright position, he would have been ever so calm and empty and concentrated. So there is this combination of cards telling me that it's been a bit full on for you, Gemini, and that there have been lots of thoughts there, lots of worries, and probably too little time to take time out for yourself. And that is quite a strong sort of energy to start a month with, to be honest, because it's full on, you know. It really feels like, can I cope with these situations? How long can I do this? You know, how can I go on when I feel so bad about this situation, or I feel so attacked? And often these are inner thoughts. These are things that we say to ourselves, negative things, negative conditionings that we take with us through life. And in some ways we are our own worst enemy, and you may not have taken enough time to reflect on it. You know, you might just have been full on in life trying to deal with it as it presents itself in your own head. But what the tarot cards are saying is you do need to leave it behind, start focusing on other elements in your life. We've got the Six of Cauldrons. Six of Cups is a very nice card, very beautiful. It's here for you, and it means connecting with other people, one other special person or a group of people or something that you really love. So there is a sense of beauty here and expression, self-expression also. It's that connection that you have with something and expressing it. Sometimes it's arty. It is through writing or through making things, and for connecting with something that you really care for, that you start to feel better. So that emotional balance is on its way during the months ahead, and it is supported by the King of Swords, which the King of Swords is a very sharp thinker. It is not somebody who would be lost in the Ten of Swords energy here that we see here. He would be totally in charge of his thoughts. He would not be confused about things. He would not feel attacked by his own thoughts or what other people say about him. He would just be very solid, staying with his opinions and not be swayed by others' negotiations around him. So I feel like you are completely coming out of this situation where you feel overwhelmed right at the beginning of the month with some episode of anxiety or worry. I feel you're coming completely on top of it as you quite quickly move on into the month, and you may already have this. It feels like it's been there for a long time, this sense of being overwhelmed with the situation, and there is a flow through it now, because the Ten of Swords is the top of the suit there, and it is the point at which you are starting to let go of all the negativity around you, just to conquer it. And so it's good it starts at the beginning of the month, because I very quickly see this energy moving on towards you feeling much more in control of your thoughts, much more control of your thoughts, and feeling again connected. It's passing very quickly like that, and you start to feel really connected, and you start to express your thoughts very clearly now. And there may well be a need for you to express your thoughts, to really allow other people to know what you've been through or what you are going through and how you are dealing with it. And there is hope here. There's a definite sign of hope here that things are starting to get better. You're starting to feel better here. There's a little flower. I don't actually know if you can see it, but there's one of the cups has a little flower in it, and it is being offered to you, as a little shoot, a shoot of hope, where things are going to feel a lot more positive. And I'm so pleased to see this King of Swords here, right there, just not far after this whole feeling of feeling overwhelmed, because you just feel, again, totally in charge of the processes that you're engaging with and the communications that are happening. And I feel like you are resolving some sort of conflict with another person or a group of people, by being very sharp talker, by being very sharp thinker also, by coming up with the right words, the right approach to really resolve a situation that has been difficult in the past. You have a tremendous amount of communication skills this month. So this is how you're going to overcome the initial feeling of feeling overwhelmed. And I have a sense that for at least some of you, this is definitely related to a very practical situation where you feel overburdened by it, where you feel like the situation, you can't just see where all your hard work is gone, and it just feels like an endless struggle in maybe your home situation, keeping things going, earning enough money, and getting enough support from your friends and family, that sort of feeling. I've got that here, that you just feel you can't see it. Even though there is support around you, you just can't see it very much. And and that makes you disconnected. That makes you feel disconnected. I don't feel you are disconnected at all, but you may feel disconnected from your friends and your family because you feel like that the support is lacking somehow. So you need to use your communication skills that you're bringing this month to the table and really explain, because once you start explaining your situation, then we have tremendous amount of support and a tremendous amount of joy and togetherness here with the Ten of Cauldrons. We start to see that life is picking up, that you're feeling whole, that you're feeling contented, and that you are just so in your element, really, that you know, it's this sense of home, being at home, being fulfilled emotionally, and feeling that support again. There's that movement here from being, from feeling overwhelmed, tired, on your own, even though you are in the world, to moving towards a situation where you get that support, where there's new shoots to be seen, and where you are a smart communicator. And what the cards are saying really is just don't feel like you're on your own here. Don't look at the resources that you have. Look at all the things that are supporting you. Turn your face to the things that you have achieved already, and don't allow yourself to think negatively, because the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cauldrons are opposite of each other, which tells me that you probably have felt like you've been left out or let down by your family or your friends to some extent. It's not going to count for everybody, but they connect like that. And I don't feel it's necessary. The people are here around you. They are here. They want to support you. And your family, you know, if you have a family, then that in your situation would be very strong. And the start of celebration at the end of the month, there is time of feeling very settled and supported. So going through this time of being completely exhausted and knocked down maybe by your own thoughts, and then moving forward. Don't hold grudges, you know, this month. Don't be negative. Be a sharp communicator. That will help you. That is the best way forward, you know. You've got those skills here. And as a Gemini, you would have those skills. You're very good communicators overall. You can see things from all sides, and you can really bring it on the table, you know. So there is this sense that you need to use those skills. I feel like you're the King of Swords this month, and not being bogged down, not for too long. Everybody can feel a bit like that occasionally. But the overall energy of the Six of Pentacles is also bringing you fortune and balance and generosity, you know. It feels like you're going to receive beneficial information or beneficial support. Feel it overall in your month, you know, when you go through the month, because there is a sense that you could lose track of that in this reading, and it's not necessary, Gemini. There is that here for you. And I think you sometimes think like you don't deserve it. The Karma card in reverse in connection with the Ten of Cauldrons, you deserve it, Gemini. You deserve balance, you deserve love, you deserve feeling settled, and you deserve a life without fighting and without struggles. And you need to, I suppose the cards are saying, open yourself up for that. You know, open yourself up, allow it in again. Because when you are through an intense battle of some sort, sometimes we start to look negatively at life and we don't see the positives. And what the cards are saying, it is that allow yourself to see it. And you're going to help yourself so much with your communication skills. It's just staring at me. This King of Swords is just staring at me all this session, and it's telling me you have it. You know, it's not superficial communication. It's very strong, very powerful, and it will help you to see things clearly again. It's just there's this balance between your emotional life and your friendships and what you can achieve, and there is this sense of you overlooking the support that you do have in your life. And if you recognize it and you communicate your needs really specifically, you can open yourself again for the beautiful times in life. That is your main message here. Again, so powerful. And I do feel like you've been through a lot. It's been powerful months, early months, the 2 months in this year. And yeah, it's just lovely to see that this is all coming together now for you. At the end of March, I feel like karma is going to serve you, but you need to allow it. You need to let it in. And you need to start really feeling like you deserve the positiveness that's coming to you, and the support that is there for you, and the love that is there for you. There's definitely so much love for you. You can just almost feel it palpable. I can't say it. So anyway, so the angel cards is saying new beginnings, which you do need after that initial start of March. You do need that new beginning. You do need new fresh energies, and it's starting with the Six of Cauldrons, not long after the beginning of the month. It's starting with getting that support and that expression that you need to make people realize what you do need. You know, it's asking that of you. Say it. Make it a new beginning of feeling positive in yourself, and allowing the past to be the past, and allowing this new positiveness to come into your life again. It's all there. The Six of Pentacles is there supporting you as well. So your soul singing card is called All Around the Blue. And it says, you will be giving blessings by expressing yourself clearly and communicating your feelings. So, wow. So that directly links in with the King of Swords there on the corner here. Communicating your feelings and expressing yourself. So don't assume that people don't care, because it is also your duty to communicate, to open up again and not shut people out, you know. And when you communicate so clearly and expressing yourself in that way and your feelings, you get this beautiful scenario going on where you find that so many people support you with this. And it's a matter of you accepting it now, I feel. You know, sometimes allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable also, just to receive it. But sometimes we want to give, and actually we completely burned out by it at some point. There are friends around you who want to be there, but you need to see them. You don't see them at the moment in this card, you know. You don't see your friends, you don't see your support system, but they are there. So allow it to come through, Gemini. Allow yourself that space, and I feel that things will fall into place for you in this specific area of your life. So that's your reading for this month, the overall energies. Of course, it doesn't apply exactly for everybody the same, but it may well apply for a part of your day-to-day life. And if you would like a reading specifically for you, then do contact me at tarotforlifecoaching.com. And we can organize a reading and we can look at your specific situation. So I wish you a beautiful month of March, and yes, enjoy all these positive energies around you. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for listening.